I made this diamond plated, taking the Morgan Wallen in an elevator. I'll be turning on you like a generator.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. They'll get this to about the 38. You talk about this Giant defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Cowboys had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. But he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. James Pierce in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Well, that'll be caught by St. Brown. They wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Jump out!
Here's Rodgers.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope he can create a little bit of havoc.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. A handoff running left, Brooks.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Cowboys take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Ritter. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And it's 2nd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They will run for the first time here with White. And some space here. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Ayuk going to go in motion right. Well, here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it on play action. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
They will run with White out of the shotgun.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Here we go. Set.
1st and 10 at the
52.
24-yard line.
Ready.
Going play action. Ritter. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a final return touchdown by the Cowboys. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
Midnight snack.
everything that you could possibly do. He did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Ready. Break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ayuk goes in motion. On play action, here's Ritter. It's caught inside the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set. 33. Yellow.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're saying and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing now is Rodgers. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Are things looking much rosier for them here in week 2? They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
319.
Now it's Rodgers.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10.
319.
Now Rodgers.
That one complete till again.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
On fourth down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Deep to return is Scotty Miller.
This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, first and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Come on, set. Ready?
Ritter back to throw. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Well, the Cowboys are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Walker not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
The 6-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Marvin Mims
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Right, 95. Striker, 3-3.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Rodgers now to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Ritter. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Block 40. Watch it. Stay. Ready?
Ritter now. On the left side, a catch by White. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Ready?
Ritter to throw it. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Giants.
They run straight ahead here with White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Cowboys 47-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. This is taken in by McBride. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
First down, here's White. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain in the play. Second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Strike 2. 22 needle.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
First and goal, Giants.
Down. Blue, third, cut.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Ty Felton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. The extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
Green 18.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one complete again to Mims. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the middle, here's Walker.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left for being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and fly.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Ken Walker, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ritter from the gun.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got this downfield to McBride.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down. A 28-yard gain.
Come on, set.
First down, Giants.
33, yellow. Smash, red. Ready?
Here's Ritter.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
50, green, blue, yellow. Ready?
Back to throw again.
Open man, that's Felton.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
DeQuan Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
This is caught. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
Here we go. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on fourth and goal from the 3. Now this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
And if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Yellow, 43. Ready?
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
45. White. Ready?
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Ritter lets one go downfield for Pierce.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, they go with Brooks.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And that'll be taken just outside the 40.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Ready up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 60 reps. Cut.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation.